right, still afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
And welcome to second
Yes,
semester.
please.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so this semester our class is going to be 98% practicals.
Yay.
So from next week, we will start practicals. And so, as I told you last semester, you are supposed to have a laptop that has Microsoft Office, right? Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and all that actively working on the laptop. So we can be working together, and we will be having a lot of assignments or practical activities for the week. So we meet today, we have discussion, and then I'll send you the assignment, and you are supposed to complete that within the week. And so you need to complete all the assignment, and then afterwards you submit the assignment on the LMS for marking. Okay, so please, if you don't have a laptop or a working, not just a laptop, because one thing I notice is that my students, the regular students, we meet, they come with a laptop, but the laptop is not working. So it's not just having a laptop, but it's supposed to be a working laptop, an active one with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything working effectively. I hope we are on the same page.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My two class reps are here, so I can see Gabriel is here. Where is Joseph?
Please say your voice is down.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, my voice is down. I'm tired though. I just closed from a class, so.
Sorry for that.
Oh, okay.
I have a class with the HR guys. We just ended the class. Then I had two lectures earlier in the day before this one. So 4 lectures in a day. GCT, you want to finish me? You see.
Yeah, you will not die. You will not die.
I hope so. All right. So, because we'll be dealing more with practicals and software and stuff, I want us to have our first discussion on software. And I think I'll send you slides also on operating systems. I don't know, we didn't do that last semester. So, operating system will be your reading assignment for the week or for the semester on the topic operating systems. I'll send you the slides. You have to read on your own, because how many weeks do we have for this semester? Is it 9 weeks or so? Class reps, do you have any idea?
8 weeks.
8?
Yeah.
Well, there though, the practical is supposed to be 9 weeks practicals. It was supposed to be 10,
Yeah.
but you guys already have knowledge about the university environment, the learning platform, so we wouldn't have that. So we'll skip to the next practical, which is supposed to be 1 to 9, and we only have 8 weeks. So some of the weeks we will have 2 practicals together. You have 2 practical exercises to complete within the week. So we are going to work with speed. And if this week is over, then it means we have 7 more weeks. And the practical is starting from next week. Next week, what? Saturday. So next week, Saturday, you're all supposed to have your laptops. I will post the activity that we are supposed to have. We will be starting with Word document. And so I'll send the slides. And then I think I have the note on the practicals that we are supposed to go through. So you need to read the note. I'll open it up. I don't know whether it's hidden from students. I'll open it up on the portal, and then on Word, Excel, Access, and then maybe PowerPoint. And so you need to pay attention. You need to download it, read, and then understand all the interfaces of Word. Word document. If you are working in Word document, you need to understand all the interfaces and how to use them. The tabs, the ribbons, and all that. You need to have a very clear understanding of all those things. All right. So today, for a very short time, we already did this last semester. So I'm just going to be giving you some assignments for today in here, and then we will close. I just wanted us to have a clear understanding of what is happening this semester. Not everything is going to be practicals. And please, the ladies, you need to speed up, because mostly I get the impression that, oh, say we can continue, oh, say continue, oh, say we understand. And you know, our time is not enough, so you guys need to speed up. Before you come to class, you need to read the practical book. On if it's on Word, you need to read so you know where each of the information I will be looking for is, so we can speed up. So I'll just demonstrate and show you guys some bit of information on Word, then I'll give you the exercises on Word, so you complete it on your own. You create a folder. You guys are supposed to submit it on the LMS, so there's no need to buy a pen drive. You were supposed to buy a drive and then save your work, but you have to save your whole work, practical 1 to practical 9, on the LMS for marking. I'll find out from Justice if the space is too big. If it's going to occupy a lot of space, then probably you have to submit it on a pen drive. Each person will have to. So I'll find out and then I'll let you guys know. But that is going to be your activity for the semester. Every week you have a practical exercise to complete. Either with your groups, so that maybe the group will meet online, someone will project, you go through the questions, and if you are good in Excel or Word, you assist, and then you can all work together and then complete the work. And that will be easier for some people to be able to cope. All right. How many face-to-face are we going to have this semester? Gabby, are you away?
I asked Beta, but she said she's going to share that with us.
Okay, because we have not received any information yet whether we will have 2 face-to-face or 1. But the HR guy was telling the HR rep was telling me it's going to be 1. I don't know whether he already has that information, but he said it's going to be 1, which is the last day or the revision week. That is where we have the face-to-face. I don't know.
The last week is on the 23rd of August.
23rd of August.
And
Okay,
then
so when are you guys starting exams?
on the 5th.
5th of September. Okay, because
Yes.
the mainstream will finish their exams on the 30th of August.
Of August. Okay, so the following week then we start.
The following weekend, then you guys will start. Okay. Wow. The school is strategic. I mean, they are trying to manage the resources we have. Okay. All right. So then we need to speed up. Okay. So quickly, let's discuss programs and then apps. And then we'll just have some few things to discuss today. So I'll skip some of the information because we've done that mostly last semester, so we don't need to I just have some assignments for you guys, as I said. All right, so when we talk about programs and apps, or programs and then applications, basically there are softwares that consist of a series of related instructions. So a program is basically a software, or a software is basically series of what? Related instructions or codes, computer codes that are organized for a common purpose within the computing system or the computer system, that tells the computer what tasks to perform and then how to perform these tasks. Okay, so the program or a software on your computer, they are just instructions that will tell your computer the activity to perform. So I want to send a message to Gabby on my phone. Understand? There's an app on my phone that I'm going to use to send this message. So this phone or this app that I'm going to use is what we call the program. And then there are also other programs within the computer system that will tell this app what to do and then how to do it. So the operating system or the system software are the ones that coordinate the activities between the computer hardware, which is the physical computer in your hand, your laptop, your tablet, your mobile phone, and then the apps that are on your mobile phone, the WhatsApp, the Twitter, the X, the what? I mean, the ladies there, they know more. Where are they? Sandra, and all those girls, please, or ladies. I'm not say girls, so that people will come and beat me here. We are old women, we are calling us girls. So the ladies, there are several apps that you use. As for we the men, we are not too much into apps, sir. But for the women, they know. Are the ladies here? Because today they are quiet.
They have cheating
Yes,
apps.
sir, we are here.
Yeah, the ladies have been cheating. They have apps that they know how to use the apps. But when you ask them to use the laptop, it becomes confusing. They are struggling to use the laptop. But for their mobile phone, they know every corner of the mobile phone. You understand? So the operating system or the system software coordinates the activity between the hardware and then the application softwares on your phone. Alright, so when we talk about application softwares, basically we are looking at the apps or the programs that are designed to make users more productive and or assist them with personal tasks. So they are the apps on our phones that perform specific tasks on the phone, like sending message on WhatsApp, using Word document to write a memo or to write a report, what else? Using Excel for some calculations, using Access to create a database, which we did speak about last semester, and then what? Using accounting software to help calculate the debt and then debtors within the organization or that owes the organization or the organization the company needs to pay them. You understand? So these are all applications that are used to perform specific tasks within the computing system. So we've spoken about the operating system. They coordinate the activities of the application software and then your computer hardware. So under the system software, it can be divided into two. We have the tools and then the utility and then the operating system. So the tools and the utilities are used for the maintenance of the computer or your mobile phone. So sometimes when your mobile phone is not performing well, it's slowing, you get notification. So there's an app or application or there's a software on your computer that determines how fast your computer can perform its functions. So if the computer is becoming slow, it sends you notification that the performance, so you need to delete some apps, you need to delete some information, you need to do this, you need to do that. Those are all softwares that controls how the hardware can function effectively. All right. So these are some softwares that are used for various functions. Like we have the map or the Google Map and all those things. They are softwares that we use on our phones for directions, for movement. We have communication apps like WhatsApp. Which one is effective when it comes to video calls? The ladies.
Snapchat.
Snapchat, eh? Okay, so when it comes to video calls, Snapchat is very effective. You see, so for communicating, we can use Snapchat to flow, and then calendar and all stuff, so you can organize your activities. When your guy has his birthday, you have notification on your phone when to go for a wedding, when to go for a party, when to do this. You have can use your calendar to arrange that in order so that you get notification whenever the date is approaching, right? So these are some of the application softwares that we use for our basic activity. So this describes how the operating system. So let me give a very nice scenario. I want to print something on my laptop. My laptop is off. So the moment I start the laptop or I boot the laptop, right, the BIOS of the laptop begins to activate itself. That is the programs that control how the laptop is supposed to on and then work, begins to work, and it works with the operating system. So the operating system now get the signal that like the laptop was sleeping, now the laptop is up. What is it going to do? It wants to print a document. So now the operating system goes in and then remind the memory or inform the memory that, hey, there's something for you to do. So the memory now wakes up from sleep and then begin to what? Activate the instructions. So the instruction is for my screen to come up. So now the screen will come up and then the memory will begin to execute the common task that I want to perform. You understand? So now I want to print. The memory will execute the task or the instruction, and then the print will be directed, and then I can print my document. So that is how the operating system works. It works with the hardware, which is me pressing my key to on my laptop, and then begins to send a signal to. So they send signals across the computer systems, so the computer can perform its function. So without the operating system, even though the laptop can work, but it's going to take a very long time for me to send. It's just like going to Ho or going to Temali with a flight and then going to Temali by foot. Even though I can go to Temali, maybe I can be able to survive, but it can take me maybe 3 months, because when I move small to this town, I rest, I sleep for 2 days, I continue. I mean, it's going to take me like 2 months to get to Temali, but I can use 45 minutes to get to Temali. So the computer can perform the task, but it's going to take a very long process in order to be able to perform that function. Without the operating system is very important for the computer to work. So I'm giving you some information on the operating system so that when you have the slides, you can also read and then understand it better. That without the operating system, the computer working will find it difficult to work effectively. So the technologies that developers or like programmers or software developers use to create apps often depends on whether they will be installed on a user's device or accessed through a network. So whenever developers are developing apps, they have these two active reactions in mind. Whether the app will be used on individual phones, which are called the native apps, or we can access these apps through a browser. We need to open a browser and then be able to browse and use the application for whatever activity that we want to use. So the application is on another server somewhere, and we need to. Please, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. The applications are on a server somewhere, maybe in US, in Canada, in Togo, and then I need to use a browser to access these applications and use them for my functions or whatever. So that is the decision they take, whether they are developing the app for this purpose or they are developing the app for that purpose. All right. So we have what we call, so these are the types of applications that are developed and then where these apps are used. The native app, which is a software application specifically designed for a particular operating system. So they are designed for maybe Android operating systems or OS operating systems, and they work effectively on those operating systems. So they are native apps, like they are for specific machines or specific operating system, and they are developed to run on this type of machine. Understand? So that is basically a native app. And then a hybrid type of application software is a software that can run, or we can use the browser to browse for that app, and then the same app has an aspect of the native app which is supposed to run on a specific operating system, right? So a typical example is we have an app which was developed using the native app softwares or codes, but we have covered it with what? A web browser codes. So we run this using a web browser, but it can run on any other device or any operating system that we want to use it for. All right, and then we have the cloud applications. So the softwares are run on another machine somewhere, and then we use the browser, or we can search for this whenever we are connected to the internet. We can be able to do that and then search for our information. So the apps are not run on our machines, but we can access them from, like, especially when Facebook came up, we needed to use a browser to search for Facebook and then browse and then do whatever that we want to do. So the app is run on a cloud machine somewhere in US or whichever country, and then we can always have access to Facebook. And then so the main resources are on a server somewhere, and that is how it is used. And then we have the web browser, where we need a browser to, or the web applications, where we need a browser to search for those applications and use them for whichever activity that we want to use them for. All right. And then the mobile apps, which are run on our mobile devices. So all the apps that we have on your mobile phones are mobile apps. They don't have the same specification as the ones on the laptop. You see, these ones are reduced in sizes, and so sometimes your slides, if you open your slides on your mobile phone, they have different interfaces compared to opening them on your laptop, because some features might not work when you're using the mobile phone to open them. So that is basically, so these are some of the applications that are developed and then where they can be run. If we are supposed to use a browser to search for, we can't have it as what? An app on our phones, but rather we can just use a browser to search for those apps. But nowadays, most of these apps, companies are developing most of these web browsers into mobile apps, so that we can have them on our mobile phones and then use them for whatever purpose. Because formerly Facebook and all these apps, we couldn't have them as what? Do you have Facebook as an app, or we need to use a browser? I think we have Facebook as an app, or we have to use a browser.
Yes, we have the app.
We have an app, so you just
Yes,
click on
I
that
think
and then
yes.
you are using it.
I
You don't
think
need a browser to. But formally, you need to sign in, use a browser, maybe Chrome or something, to open Facebook and then use. But now most of these social media apps, we have them as apps and then we can use them, or just a mobile app and then we can use them, or a native app, let's say a native app on our phones and then devices. All right. And then whenever developers are also developing programs and apps, they have variety of ways of developing it, whether the app is going to be what? A retail software, a custom software, a share software, or a freeware or open source software. So these are different ways. So sometimes they develop the software, you need to pay. Like the iPhones, most of their softwares or the apps they use, you need to pay for you to be able to use. Unlike the Android, most of the apps we use are free. iPhone, some of the apps, if you want to download them, you need to pay. You understand? So we have ones that you pay for, and then you can use ones that you also, it's a custom type of software where it's customized. It is used for specific purposes. And then we have the shareware, where it can be shared among a lot of people so people can use these apps for their activities. And then the open source ones, you can go in, download them, and then customize these applications to suit your business activities. So maybe we need an accounting software, we can go online and have an application that contains all the codes. We can download the codes and then add our own codes to it, so that the application becomes our own app which we can use. And then we have the public domain ones, which are open applications that are developed for use by the general public. Alright, so productivity applications can consist or can assist you in what becoming more effective and efficient while performing daily activities at work, school, and then home. And these are some of the productivity applications or apps, like word processing, which we will be dealing with this semester. Presentation, I believe we all did presentation, and then you guys were able to use PowerPoint to generate, or the PowerPoint to generate your presentation slides, right? And then we have the spreadsheet, which is also Excel, which we will be doing more. I mean, most of our activities will be on Excel, and then database. Most of the practicals, Excel and database, right? For Word, we all have knowledge, so we have a very big or broad exercise on Word, and then when you are able to complete the exercises, at least it will be enough for you, the rest of it, because we can never finish learning all these things. I understand, because they keep on bringing new ones, and then keep on adding new tabs and then new ribbons or ribbons. It depends on where you are coming from. So we cannot finish or going through all that. As we learn the basic ones that we need for our business activities and stuff, we get to understand them and use them frequently. So you see, one of the funny things is that even myself who teaches these things, sometimes I'll be working on Word document, and then there are some basic things that I know I need, but I forget, and then I'll be struggling. So you have to keep on using them, learning them, so that they become easy to understand. Right. So database, note taking applications, calendar, contact management, project management, accounting software. So when we talk about the productivity applications or apps, we can group them into two main categories. We have the general purpose application softwares, and then the specific purpose application software. When we talk about the general, I did explain this last semester. The general ones are ones that everyone can use. You just need to have a laptop, download it or install it on your laptop, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and all those ones are the general ones that we use for our activities. And then the specific ones are like the accounting software, which is used by the accounting department for specific activity or function and all that. So basically these are the two main categories of or grouping the application software. So this is a mixture of both general purpose and then specific purpose application software. All right, like the accounting software is not a general purpose, because if you are not within the accounting department, you wouldn't download the accounting software. But we have personal accounting softwares where we can use this software to manage our personal finances, our expenses, and then expenditures and all that. I buy this. This is what in the month. This is what I want to spend, and then this goes here. This goes here. So the software will be able to manage all your expenses. If you are exceeding your expenses, like the women, they like exceeding their expenses. They buy impulse buying. Oh, escort me to Accra Mall. By the time they are coming out of Accra Mall, they bought like 10 things. More they didn't plan. They see things and they are just buying. I remember a friend of mine who whose wife said, "Oh, a friend of mine has come from UK. She says close, so let's go there and check. Maybe we can buy one or two." By the time they were leaving the house, they have about 10 handbags. The wife has just bought the things, plenty, everything she's buying. This one is nice, it will fit me. Oh, honey, this one also go you. Then, like, the guy was like, I didn't plan to come and shop. Now we are going home with about 10. You see, that's how the women are. So you don't follow them to the shops. Because when you go there with them, they will forget about the accounting software and then just begin to buy. Daddy is here, daddy will pay. The personal finance application software, as I spoke about, they have the legal software. So we'll be going through all these application softwares and then their functions and how they work for organizations, and then the tax preparation, document management, support services, enterprise computing. So let's go through these applications. All right. So with productivity application, users what can you do when you are using productivity application or Word document? You can create a project. A project is what? Writing a letter to your supervisor. That is a project that you have decided to embark on. And then after creating the project, you can now have the ability to edit the project, your work, after you have copied from the internet. You understand? You have the ability to edit the work to meet what you are looking for or what you want to do. All right. And then format the work. So align the work, use justified, use font size. You can be able to format it to suit, add borders, add colors, and all that. You can format the work to meet the standard, and then now afterwards you can save the work. So we'll be learning how to do all these things using Word, Excel, and stuff. You've performed some calculations. After performing the calculations, you should be able to save your work, and then now afterwards you can distribute the work. You can send it to your supervisor, your manager, your coach, whoever that needs those documents. You can distribute these documents to. So these are some of the things that you can do whenever you want to use, or whenever we use the productivity applications. Okay. So first, let's talk about Word. I think we will be discussing some of these things. We will be going through them from next week, so we don't need to spend time discussing and talking about. So Word allows you to create and then manipulate documents, like writing a memo, writing a report, newsletter, and all that, labels, emailing and mailing and all that. We use Word document, and as we said, you can be able to edit, format, and then save this Word document. So we will start next week with Word. This is an interface of Word. When we start our practicals, we will look at that. And then PowerPoint. I believe you now know how to use PowerPoint. Those of you are all given an assignment, and then you did organize them in PowerPoint. Right. The semester is very short, so we wouldn't be able to go through PowerPoint. But in future, we will try and then see what happens. All right. So PowerPoint. We use PowerPoint to communicate long information. If you don't want to have long information, writing paper, document, letters of 4 pages, 5 pages, you can use this shapes and then all that to design and then explain your information. So we see that, and then you can give your information and then explain the information very nicely. One slide can cover about 10 pages Word document information. So that is basically PowerPoint. And then spreadsheet, which will be one of the things we'll be discussing mostly this semester. We will do a lot of calculations. Sum if, count if, and all that. We'll be going through that. Okay, so basically that is spreadsheet, using it to perform calculations through rows and columns and then all that. So we'll learn how to use Excel to perform calculations. Okay, and then database is also one of the things that we'll be looking at. We spoke about database last semester, so you have a very fair idea what database is. People were writing exams. You see, I'll talk about the exams one of the days. I'll have time and then talk about the exams. Those of you who are using phones to do your exams, at least the school is aware. You see, so you need to be careful. Sometimes nobody will talk about it, but we are gathering the information. At a point, you might end up receiving a letter that the school has suspended you from being. Some lecturers will complain, but some will also be quiet. We are just gathering the information. Yeah, because you know, let me just chip in this quickly before lecturers take time to mark their scripts. Some lecturers, I won't say all lecturers, but some also decide maybe get helping hands, or but some will take the time to mark and then monitor whatever is coming out. Then if you see a kind of stream, all those who wrote their exams here are doing this, and then those who did their exams here, and it's a continuous thing. We gather information, and then at a point we try to take an action, and then we have been witnessing that a lot. So some of you need to be careful of your decisions. You might think you are being too smart, but as you are smart, you came to meet smarter people in the university. You understand? So you need to be careful of. I'm just advising you so that you know what you are doing. Don't think we are not aware. We know. When I mark my script, some of you, if I'm to give you your script, you see I've written inside, you copied. You use the phone to do this work. I know. Yeah. And most of the lecturers are complaining. So you know yourselves. So I don't need to mention if you know yourself. So just be careful and then do the right thing. You know, your A or your B is determined by a lecturer, not you. You understand? So using phone to copy will end up not getting any good grade because it really doesn't help. So let's take careful. So database is creating a database with information access, which allows you to be able to manipulate the information, manage the information, send the information across, and all that. So that is basically database, which we'll be talking about. And the note-taking software. So this software helps you to be able to it's just like you have this software on your phone. You can do some sketches, you can draw some, and then label them, then take notes and all that. So maybe for you, unless you use drawing, some students, they understand everything via drawing. When they draw and then they label them, it becomes easier for them to understand. So even as you are explaining the thing, they are able to explain and be able to use whatever to be able to explain that and then all that. So you have this app which will help you to be able to take notes and then use it to solve your personal issues and all that. And then calendar, I explain calendar and then contact management. So your contacts on your phone, there's a software that manages your contact. So if you have 30 contact lists, it's able to, Google app saves all your contact for you. So that whenever you lose your phone and then you get a new phone and you sign in with Google, you are able to retrieve all your contacts. You are able to have all your contacts. And then your calendar. So you can organize your dates, going for a wedding, going for a party, and all those things. You are able to do that nicely. So the software suite is a collection of individual related applications available together as a unit, like the Microsoft Office suite. You understand? The Microsoft Office suite is a typical example of a software suite which contains Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and then what? Now you even have the Outlook. Outlook is also part of this application. All right. And then the accounting software It's basically used for business activities, whether a small business or a big business or an organization or an enterprise. We can use this software to record and then report on the financial transaction that has taken place or is taking place within the organization. You understand? So this helps to be able to organize. We know how much we are paying, how much we paid to our customers or suppliers, how much our customers are paying, how much we have, who we owe, who we don't owe, and all that on a system. And then personal finance, as I spoke about it, you can use this software to manage your finances. You download the app, you enter the money that you have. You have 10 cedis, and then out of the 10 cedis, this is what you'll be purchasing or you'll be doing for the week and all that. So you are able to trace and then manage your finances effectively. And then the legal software is also a software or app that helps us to be able to prepare our legal documents and then provide legal information to individuals, families, and so you can have this app to manage your legal document. If you have a court issue and all that, you can use the app to manage, track, and then gather your information. So these are all applications that we have, but mostly we are into WhatsApp, TikTok. The social media ones are the ones that we are more interested in. And the entertainment ones, but the ones that will help us to organize our life and all that, we are not more interested in that. Tax preparation software, it helps you to be able to prepare your tax. It guides you on how to organize your taxes, how much you have to pay, which institution you have to pay, how much you paid last year. So everything is inside. So it helps you to be able to know how to pay the state. So if you're an organization, you can have this app to monitor your tax activities and all that, so that the GRA will not come and then be chasing you. And then document conversion software, which helps us to convert from Word to Excel, from Word to Excel, from Word to PowerPoint, from Word to PDF and all that. We are able to convert the document for easy use or easy transmitting of the document or sending the document to another person. Alright, so our assignment begins from here. So a large organization, commonly referred to as what? An enterprise. When we talk about enterprise, it's a big company or an organization which has different units, department, unit, or whatever. So within that enterprise, it requires special computing solution because of its size and the geographical distribution. Right? So the company or the organization can have different branches, just like GCTU has different centers, learning centers, like the distance school. We have the Accra Center, we have Ho Center, Takrady Center, and all the centers. Right? So we have different apps or applications that we use to support our business activities. So the HR will have their own, the accounting department, the engineering department, and all that. So your first assignment is going to be explain the purpose of all these application softwares or programs within each department. When we talk about the human resource, you understand? The human resource department and all that. What are the purpose of these softwares that are used? So you are going to explain this. I think I'll have to create the submission on the portal so that by Friday you should submit your work on that. I said this semester it's all about assignments. You see, every week we'll have an assignment. Every week we'll have an assignment till we end the semester. Are we all here?
Yes, sir. So we are here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are here.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We are here, sir.
Good.
Now, please, you didn't mention the Momo app and the soccer bet app, sir.
You said?
Sir, in your submission, sir,
Yes.
we didn't see the mobile money app and soccer bet app, sir.
You know, so some of these apps is not everywhere that they use. So officially, it's not in academic environment. You know, Momo app is not used in every country. It is just some countries like Ghana and others. When you go to European countries, they also have different ways of using or transferring money. You understand? So in academic books, you won't see those apps as official apps or whatever that are used. But those are also apps that we use for transactions and in activities. Betting app, those who are into betting, you know, an office, I know you just have to be in your office and then you can be able to do that. So you are supposed to explain this type of softwares and then their purpose. These are also softwares for graphics and then media applications. So this is part of the exercise. So this is up to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this one 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you explain the purpose of the computer aided design software. These are used by the engineering department and staff, and then the graphic and design department for designing the product before it comes. So you need to explain the purpose or what it is when we talk about computer aided design, the desktop publishing software, the paint and then image editing software. So you talk about all this. So this part and then that part, you complete it and then you submit on the portal. All right. So the multimedia is what combining text and graphics and then pictures and all that on one common platform. So allows users to combine text, graphics, audio, video, and then animation in an interactive application. We have multimedia platforms where we can be able to what? We have a picture, we can be able to add writings or information to the pictures and then comment the pictures and all that for whichever purpose or activity. And then we have the website authoring software, which helps users to create business website for a variety of purposes. So you can use this app to create your own website. Sometimes you don't need to be a technical person to use this website. You just need to have information and then you just add some few things to it and then you have a website. Well, I want to have a website that will help me to be able to do ABC. So how do you do that? You can easily go and then download this software or have this software on your machine, which will guide you to be able to do all these activities. All right. So that is some of this. So you can see these are graphics and then media software, which you can add your comments and then. So like the ladies nowadays, they have when you go on TikTok and all these apps, or everybody, let me not use ladies only so that they become offended. Like, Charlie, why is he using ladies? I understand. But rather, when we go on these social media apps, now we can add like live streaming. There's your picture or your video, and then you can be adding a text. You'll be writing messages and all that. Or you can have your picture and then you can add a text describing whatever at a wedding on where campus or whatever. You can add all that. That is multimedia, graphic and multimedia. And so, or we know what media player is. We know what. So when we talk about augmented reality, it overlays an information and then digital content on the top of physical object or location. So I can have a physical environment like this, and then we can overlay an artificial, let me say an artificial something on this physical environment. So your room, we can create an atmosphere where the room becomes like it is raining. You understand? Or maybe the sea is also the sea is flowing inside this room. So we are just overlaying that digital content on the physical environment. Like sometimes you are watching a movie and then you see a kid walking with a lion. Yes, and the kid is a physical and he's walking on the street, and then there's a lion, and then he has a chain, then he's holding the lion. So we have just overlaid the digital content, which is the lion, and then the kid, which is a physical environment, and they are working together. Or you see a man fighting with an animal or something like which animal can we talk about? Like the anaconda. You see, we try to overlay this digital content over. So the man is standing in the water, and then the anaconda is just on top of him, and then he's just trying to. You understand? That is augmented reality, where we try to overlay digital content on physical environment. So it looks like a real environment, and then the lion is chasing the man in the bush and all that. So that is basically how most of these movies are created. They are just standing in one room, but you can see forest. Then the man is walking in the forest, and this one is chasing the man and all that. Mostly that is not the case. Okay. And then virtual reality provides an immersive user experience. So these ones are used by estate developers mostly. So estate developers, they use this application to design the rooms. So a house, if they are building a house for you nowadays, they overlay the environment so that you can go through all the rooms, check the rooms, look at the rooms, go to the bedroom, go to the second bedroom and check. So physically you can be there, and then you are using technology to assess how the rooms will be, how the hall will be, the television size and all that. So that is what they use to design this estate. So when you choose, then they can build the same house for you. So we use this virtual reality to design an environment for us to see what happens. All right, so that is basically it. All right, so this is augmented reality, where we are laying a digital content on the surface of a physical environment. All right, so you can also research on this one, but it was supposed to be part of our assignment, but at least I'll let you just read on them. I think we did this some years back, or we did this in microcomputer or something. So the lifestyle application software, what is the purpose of the lifestyle application software? Medical application software, which are used for medical assistance and all that, health issues and all that. And they have the entertainment application software, convenience application software, and the education application software. Read about all these applications, of their purpose and their use. But this one you're not supposed to submit, but you can read on them. And then for communication, there are also application software that are used for communication. You understand? That are used for communication and support. Like the blogs, where bloggers will go and just create a content, and then people will go and comment and then add their voice and all that. Those are all apps. I'm trying to analyze how many people wrote this. And so the class is 30. The class is supposed to be 33 or 34. 22 in Accra, 10 in Ho, 1. Hey, I'm trying to. 5 people wrote in Takrade, 1 person in Kofodia, so that's 6. I'm trying to get the number of people in the class. 6, and then 22 in Accra. 6 plus 22, 28, and then 10, so 38. But we've never had a class with 38 members joining the class before. So Gabi and then Joe, what's the reason? Because I don't remember the last time I had a class with 38 people. Mostly it's 34, 33, 34, 33. Even last semester.
Yes, sir. So we had, I think, 36 before.
Really?
Yes. And then some other class too. Sometimes we have 38.
Hey, so they choose to join some classes and not to join some.
I'm not sure about that. But
That
today the links was disturbing. For some people are getting it hard, finding it difficult to join the link. So I think maybe that's the reason why most of them are
my
not.
experience there, I don't even remember. Maybe, but I have never, because I check my attendance every time I'm having class. And then mostly it's around this number now, 33, 34, 33, 34. So in the exams when I realized the number is around 30, I was surprised. I was like, but my class is not up to this number.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some ghosts disappear and the exams time they appear. Come and write exams.
Everybody is active, sir.
Active.
Yes, we don't have ghosts.
You don't have any ghosts in the
Yes,
class?
they are all active.
Okay. All right.
Very much active. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, so these are also applications that are used for communication. Browsers. You want to browse and then search for information or send information across, chats. We all know how to use our chats. Online discussion groups, like discussion forums where we share information, we do this and all that. Emails, file transfer, sending files across on the network. Internet phones, where we make calls, internet calls and all that. Internet messaging, sending messages, SMS, MMS and all that. Mobile text messaging, using your phone to send messages and all that. And then video conferencing, WhatsApp conference, WhatsApp calls, Zoom calls. Is it Zoom or what? Snapchat calls, IG and all that. These are all medium through which we communicate and then share information and all that. Right. So let's talk about security, and then we will be done very soon. We will be ending the class, so you can have some few minutes to rest before you go for your last class. All right. So personal firewall is a security tool that detects and then protects the personal computer and its data from what? Unauthorized intrusion. So like our emails, you see there are a lot of hackers and attackers who are always sending messages across just to get access to our information. So their firewalls, just like our houses, there are walls built around the houses just to prevent or protect you from what? Any attack or any attacker coming into the house. That's why we have wall and then there's a gate. So the firewall is basically just like a normal wall around our houses that detects attackers. Because if you don't have a key, you can't enter. So when they get to the entrance and they don't have the key to enter, they are dropped out of the house. So that is how the firewall works. It protects our computers from. And then antivirus programs also protect our computer against viruses. So viruses are, malwares or malicious softwares that can attack our computer and then have negative impact on these computers. So we use the antivirus programs to stop any files or messages or any document that are coming into our computer system to attack the computer. Then we have the spyware, which spies our computer. So you are there, the software has automatically been installed on your computer without your knowledge, and then they spy your information, whatever you are typing on your keyboard, they monitor and then they send information to the attacker or the hacker, so that the hacker can be able to have access to some personal information on your computer. And then we also have the hardware. So they pop up on your computer. These are displayed as what pop-ups or pop-downs on your computer. So adverts will pop up, and then sometimes you just click on the advert, and then as you click on the advert, you might find yourself in trouble. You click on that, it takes you to another, or it redirects you to another page, and then the moment you go there, your computer can easily be hacked and then you'll be attacked. So these are all malicious softwares that are used to gain access to our computer, and therefore we need to have what we call the spyware remover to remove these softwares or programs that are stored on our computers without our knowledge. And then the hardware remover is also a program that is used to detect and then delete hardwares. So we have antivirus spam programs, web filtering software, which is used to filter the website that are not places that we need to visit. Then we can use this software to detect and to monitor and to stop all this. And then pop up and then pop under blockers. It blocks all. Yes, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Master, please, I want to know this in malware. It'd be like you are talking about the spyware, but I've not heard any kind of thing about the malware. So I want to know what the malware actually is.
So malwares are programs that are, so all these viruses we are talking about, they are all malwares. You understand? Viruses, worms, spyware, they are all malwares. They are programs that are installed to just either distract or destroy your computer system. So those are malwares or malicious softwares.
So can I say is the broader like the
Yes, so
mother?
all the issues that we have on our computers falls under malware.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, viruses, worms, all those attacks on our computers or softwares or programs, they are all malwares. So that is the broader picture of all the attacks: viruses on your computer, worms attacking your computer, spywares, and all those things. They are all malwares. So it's a
Yes,
software.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Program. Okay. Right. So how to detect? So antivirus remove viruses from our computers. Web filtering will filter the website and then let you know the website that are what compromised. You see, mostly when we are visiting a browser or we are using a browser or we are visiting a website, we don't check the HTTP and then the HTTPS. You always have to check whether the website is secured. If it doesn't have the S, it means it's not a secured website. And therefore, whatever you do there, anybody can see. So, for instance, let me give you a typical. This pornography website, they are just HTTP. They are not secured website because they do that to just get access to people's information. Somebody is somebody asking a question? It's the motherboard of viruses. Yes. So it's the chief of all attacks on our computer. You understand? It's a software. Let's just like talking about the computer software. So those are softwares. So they come in different forms. The software can be a virus, it can be a worm, it can be a spyware, it can be a botnet. There are several of them. So when they come together, that is what we call the malwares or malicious software. So now attackers or hackers use different malicious software to attack our systems. They are trying to use viruses, they are trying to use worms on our network. Worms are the easiest one that can travel because it's a network something. They don't need any this thing. At the moment you connect your network, and if my machine is infected, your machine can also easily be infected through the network. If you don't have very strong antivirus and then firewalls, they can easily get into your system. And the moment they get into your system, they will begin to also look for other computers to attack. That is the work of a worm. Their focus is to look for more computers to attack or to infect. So that is basically it. Is somebody asking a question again? Yeah, so computer, when you talk about computer security, it's a very serious thing. It's a very serious thing. I'm teaching a course, the level 300, the mainstream, and we are dealing with computer system security. And when you look at the attacks and then how they spread, you'll be surprised. A little mistake and then the whole machine, and when it affects you, it's not just only you, but everybody who is connected to you can also be affected. So if you have about 200 people, they can affect the 200 people, and the 200 people also have other people. And you see, they begin to spread and then spread and then spread until. So file manager are used to perform functions related to what? File management. So you can manage your file. Your files are arranged in different formats. The ones with big information or big size information are at this level, and this one is level. Pictures are here, these ones are there, these ones are. So you use this file management to manage all the files on your mobile phone, or that is why you can see the folders or the files on your computer are arranged at one side. Word documents can also be arranged at one side. PDFs can be arranged. So we use the file manager to be able to organize our computer systems. So please, Gabby and then Joseph, you have to remind me during the week to create the assignment submission this thing on the portal, because I might forget. As I'm done with the class, I might forget, so I might not be able to remember that. All right. So we use the search tools also to search information on the internet or on our computer. So search, and then you can be able to search for whatever that you are looking for. So these are tools that helps us to be able to search for information either on the internet or on our computer. All right. And then the image viewer is also a software that helps us to be able to view images on our computer. So we have different type of tools that can help us to be able to display or watch or view images or videos of ourselves, your pictures on your phone. These are software that helps us to be able to. And then uninstaller is basically a software that helps you to remove some kind of application from your phone. So if you want to remove some apps, then you can uninstall these apps. It is the work of the uninstaller to uninstall all these apps from your phone. Hey, who is doing this writing? We beg you. You are trying to tell me that my time is up. I'll be closing soon, so please forgive. And then the desk cleaner. We use this to clean up our desk, our computer, to clean the desk, so that if your desktop is becoming full, if your desk is becoming full, we can use the desk cleaner to clean the computer desk. So if you have some apps that you are not using, then you will get a notification that these apps are not active, you are not using them, and therefore it can be deleted, and you can delete these apps from your computer. So those are some of the disk cleanup. And then we have the disk defragmenter. It's always try to organize your disks to be in order. You see, sometimes you scatter a lot of things on your disk, but the disk has enough space, but because of how you have scattered the things, it has scattered on your disk, and therefore sometimes when you want to save information on your disk, it finds it difficult to be able to save the information quickly. So what the disk defragmenter does is that it is able to detect and then reorganize all your information in a very nice way. Reorganize them. So you can see the first one, you can see the red ones are the scattered files on our computer. And then when the disk defragmenter organizes them, you can see they just on 2 spaces or 3 spaces only. The rest of the spaces are available. So quickly, when you want to save document, you can now save because there's enough space on your computer. Who is doing this, my people? Isa, Rakia, what's happening to you? Virus has China now. people should find out whether virus has attacked her phone.
Maybe he's not aware. Maybe she's not aware.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Some viruses are working on the phone. She doesn't even know. Or maybe she has left the phone. She's doing something. The kid is now on the phone. And she's not even in the meeting. She has on the laptop and she has gone to sleep. And the kid wants to play with the laptop. You see. Okay, so let's finish quickly since they have decided to distract us. So we have the screensaver. We know screensaver. You can change your screensaver when you go to your settings. You can change the screensaver. You can set the timings also, so that if your machine is not active for some period, then the screensaver will go off, or it goes off and then the screensaver will be on. Then when you touch the screensaver, so these are some of them. And then file compression tool. It helps you to compress fast. If you are supposed to submit an assignment on the LMS and the size is too big, you can compress it to reduce the size to a very small size, so that you can be able to use it for whatever purpose that. And then the PC or personal computer maintenance tool, it helps you to be able to maintain your computer. So when the performance of your computer is becoming slow, you get a signal. You get a signal that this is what is happening, and then you can be able to perform some activity to detect whatever is happening, and then repair the drives and all that. Sometimes your drives get crashed, and then you need to be able to get them resolved so that your computer can function properly. And then backup tools. So we always need to back up whatever information we have on our laptops. You may never know what will happen, so you need to back up. So there are backup tools that helps you to be able to back up some of your files or a document on your computer, so that whenever something happens, you can be able to recover and then have them. And then restore tools, where you delete certain materials from your machine, you can restore them back to the original form when we use or when we have this restore tools on our computer. And then power management, it manages your computer power or your phone power. So when your phone is running low, sometimes you get a notification that you need to activate this to reduce the rate at which your phone is consuming the power, so that you can conserve power for some time. Do you get it? So that is the power management tool. So that is it for today. In summary, software are very important for our computer. And then from now to the end of the semester, I will be dealing with some of these softwares, the general purpose softwares, and then how to use them to develop or create documents and all that. So that is it for today. We have been able to finish on time. At least you have about 45 minutes to start your next class. Or you are done for the day. Do you have one more class?
We are done for the day.
Oh, so I'm the last.
Yes.
Last standing man, eh?
Yes, sir.
The last man standing.
The last bullet left.
Oh, okay. And thank God. We will try for the practicals. It's a little bit, but we will try and then finish it on time. So next week we are starting practicals. We will start with Word. For Word, I will just show you some few things. We will go through all the tabs, what we need to do, and then we will try to design, then I'll give you the assignment. You will have to complete it on your own. Then we will go through Excel, and then we will jump into Access. Alright, so any question? So you can rest for the day, and then you continue tomorrow with your lectures.
Sir, please, the assignment, can you give so that I can write it down?
Alright, so but you have the slides, so it's in the slides.
Okay.
Yes, it's in this one. So you can check. Let me reduce it. So it's on slide 27 and then 28. Slide 27 and slide 28. So they are here. Rakia has destroyed our screen, so we can't even, if you take picture, you might not even see it, but we'll manage it. So that is it. Slide, I think Joseph sent it to you guys. It's not the portal, so maybe later I'll submit this one on the portal. What we have there is the last semester slide, so I have to change that and then put this one there. Any more questions?
I think we have question at the chat there.
Oh, there's question there. You see, they're writing there, so okay, let me check. Okay. So please, I would like to know which laptop you would recommend for me to buy. Okay, so if you want to buy a laptop, probably HP laptops are more, flexible for our condition. So HP will be, if you get the Elite one, it can help. You just have to get a laptop that has a good RAM, like 16, like 8, 16 RAM, and then maybe 11 generation, 12 generation, 11, 10, 11. Those ones are good ones. You see, and then it has to be SSD, not HDD. The hard drive is supposed to be SSD. Those ones. If even it's not too big, maybe you have about 200 and something SSD, is better than having 1 terabyte HDD. The HDD ones get heated quickly and then they are easily prone to viruses and stuff. So you always have to look for SSD, and then the RAM has to be high. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And then thank you too for your question. So that is it for today. It's not in class. Was not in class.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Now I'll be monitoring you every time I have a class, so you have to be punctual in class.
Okay, sir. I'll do
right.
that, sir.
Okay. So thank you all for your time. We'll meet again next week, Saturday, for the class. So God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Those who are going for party, you can invite me. Hey, Gabi and then Joseph, we are back. Our fufu has to come on.
Yes, we are planning
for the fufu. So
yes.
we
will call you.
And then you go and manage the fufu.
Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day in advance.
All right, thank you very much. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and the potential fathers.
Thank you.
The women, this time you have to celebrate us.
Happy Father's Day, sir.
And you people have to organize party for all the men in the class.
Yes, sir. The dress code will be boxer. The dress code will be boxers.
Boxers.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
So please, the men, take note. Boxers only. Boxers only, please.
I want to hear from Sandra. Sandra, I'm not hearing from you.
Hey, Sandra, where are you? We can't hear from you. Somebody wants to hear from you, please. Report yourself. Where is Sandra?
Falling. Sandra. We have 2 Sandras.
Yeah, we are looking for the 2 Sandras. All the Sandras and both
Sandras.
So we want to hear from the Sandras. So please.
Sir, please, I'm here. Ofori is here, please.
And then
Kamasa,
where is she?
Sir, I'm here.
You're also here?
Yes, please.
The men want to hear from you people who are hiding.
Just a quick shout out to the men.
Yes, you guys, you should send shout out to the men.
Just a quick one.
We also need that. We need that motivation. All right, so thank you all. And then we will meet again next
Enjoy your day, sir.
All right, you too. Bye.
Enjoy your weekend.
Okay.
See you later. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Right.
Hello, Gabi.
Yeah, Nat.
Yeah, are you there? So the assignment, the com skills assignment, and this one, let me get them so that I'll quickly work on it.
Okay, sure.
Please try and send it to me on my WhatsApp.
Okay, all right.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Enjoy your weekend.
You too, Charlie.
All right. Bye.